5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
It is the Friday night before the sale, August 2022, here at Anglia Car Auction, the classic car sale. This is Mr. Guy Snelling. My name is Bryn Musselwhite. Welcome to King's Lynn.
Welcome to King's Lynn indeed. The sun is shining.
Yeah.
Here we are. It's a beautiful Friday evening. The barbecue is what's it doing? It's brewing.
Sizzling away.
Sizzling away.
It smells delicious. What's going
over
on
in the corner? So we'll be
Glenn,
there.
one of the guys that moves the cars around and drives them through the auction, is knocking up an amazing line of pinchos and burgers and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's, there's some. I think we're just waiting to hear. There might be a little technical in the background there.
No, we're good to go.
Cool.
I showed you this earlier.
Yeah.
And whilst we've all, it's for its rarity, so we've all got memories. If you're of a certain age and that you're a child, you went in the back of a transit minibus. You didn't necessarily think at that time, when I grew up, I want to buy one.
Yeah, you were completely unaware of it.
Unaware of it. But seeing one now, and this one is so super original, and they did have a tendency to rust, and this one is, yes, it's got its issues, but it's pretty amazing.
Having owned two Mark II transits in my lifetime, I sold the last one 15 years ago, and it wasn't as solid as this.
Yeah.
And that was 15 years ago. So to jump on, and again, the panel vans are popular, and they've maybe evoke more memories. But as a proposition of something to use and enjoy, this minibus, amazing. It's got these lovely sign written from where it was maybe a minibus in its earlier life, but somehow it managed to survive and do relatively few miles as well.
It's a survivor.
Yeah,
and,
proper.
I'd be quite happy to have that in a collection. So it just shows how eclectic it is. I mean, over behind just this little Toyota Hi-Ace camper. Now, you've probably spent many nights in something similar.
I lived in one in New Zealand for about 4 or 5 months, about 20 years ago, a Hi-Ace.
Yeah.
Hugely popular with they were money to start with, right? Everything is when it's brand new. Then it kind of falls out of favour, 10, 15 years old, falls into people whose hands maybe cannot afford to keep it on the road, and then maybe it fails an MOT and it's done. This again is a survivor. 5,000 to 7,000 you've guided it at.
And there's either 30 or 35 old MOTs with this, which I quite like. So
63,000 recorded miles.
And the mileage is certainly back to our MOT. So
and it's a Toyota. So it'll run forever. You can get spare parts for it, and for probably half the price of the comparative Type 2 Volkswagen van, you can have something that can take you and the kids away at the weekend. So I know we're only 3 cars deep into 280 or whatever you've got here, but this Saab Carlson.
Yeah, we're talking about high mileage.
Yep.
So, what car do you signify, or what can you think of? Volvos, Mercedes, and Saab.
And
high
Saab.
mileage. And there's always the classic thing: if a Saab has done 100,000 miles or 150,000, it's only just run in.
Yep.
Now, I absolutely love this. So it's the Carlson turbo with the 3-spoke aeros, as we were talking about.
Yep, the 16-inch 3-spoke aeros, the black leather interior. And I just noticed, as Guy, we were talking just before off camera, you're not going to be able to see it from where you are. The driver's seat it's electric, and it's got 3 memory settings.
Yeah.
My 10-year-old BMW has only got that. I mean,
yeah,
it's such
brilliant.
a well-equipped car.
You've got the Carlson steering wheel, and it's the CD, which makes it that little bit rarer.
Yep.
There's a lot of them were the hatch, but I really like this.
And again, something that you could get into, guided, estimated at 5,000 to 7,000. Get into it, enjoy it for a few years, daily it, and then sell it for maybe more, maybe less. But you'd
enjoy it.
Yeah, you're not going to be spending £350 a month on a car payment that you're not going to see anything back from.
No.
So I recognise this one.
Well,
we took this out for a drive about a month, 5 weeks ago, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, and it went very, very well.
Yeah, seriously, it got me questioning why I'm driving a 10-year-old BMW and not a 30-year-old Mercedes as a daily driver.
Maybe you can think long and hard tonight and rectify that position
and
tomorrow.
Maybe you could phone my wife and explain why I'm coming home in that, or maybe I can just let someone else enjoy this wondrous piece of German technology. These 80s, 90s classics, we always say it, they are a viable, if you're maybe in your 20s, you might view this as being as an old car, but it's got electric windows, it's got all the luxuries you'd want from a vehicle.
Yeah.
And
again, classic daily user. We'll just mention it. The MGB. I know we've gone past it, but we've got to always do well. We've got a lot of MGBs in the sale.
A great, well-supported car in the aftermarket.
Yeah, something you can really use on a daily basis.
Mark 1 Focus.
Mark 1 Focus now. Bit of a curveball, but a rare car now.
Yeah, and groundbreaking handling as well, because they had that twin blade suspension all the way around. So really sort of, at the time, the motoring press picked up on these and went, cars of this type, sort of worker, everyday cars, shouldn't handle this well.
28,000 miles. So it's a bit of a future classic. One to, perhaps you do limited mileage in your car.
Yeah.
Why not have something like this? Do limited mileage, still keep it low mileage, and in a few years, who knows?
Bring it back, sell it here with us.
Yes.
We've been talking through the day to a number of people who've come along to the sale just as buyers and as viewers, and there was a whole family that had just dropped their car off over the road for a service and had just come in because they'd never been here, wanted to come in and get a cup of tea. So we've just been trying to sort of get a bigger picture of the people that come through the place. And
it's nice to get some feedback
from
people that haven't had any experience before. So they're coming in, and it's, I think a lot of people are blown away.
Yeah.
Really are.
Really surprised by what's in here. Now, the Audi 100 here, there's another one, isn't there, that's lowered with the bigger wheels and the turbo and everything.
Yeah, this is such a standard car.
Yeah.
We were reminiscing in the office that when you grow up, again, a certain age, so many of my friends' parents had these, and they were just everywhere. They were a great car.
How many miles has this done?
It's done 47,000 miles.
I mean, it's
and I can see
your
brain is ticking again.
Yeah.
I could use this, Dave.
Yeah.
I love this car. Think of all the kit you could get in the back, Bryn.
This is, and it's got a sunroof, which is this is my deal closer. I have to have sunroofs in my cars. I mean, the bolsters in the rear seat are absolutely box fresh.
Yep.
That's madness.
Isn't it lovely?
Yeah,
really
gorgeous.
Great.
And there's another one listed as well. If you go on the website, all these vehicles are listed on the Anglia carauctions.co.uk website. Underneath the classic tab, we've got the Triumph Roadster. Look through the videos on YouTube. We were talking to a family about that. We got some kids in the back there to show them what it would have been like
back in the olden days.
And the kid on the video as well, you've got to watch it. He guessed, we said, how old do you reckon this car is? And he went, 70 years.
We're
like,
yeah,
it's actually,
got it. He got
it. 10 years old, he just totally nailed it. Little shorty mini, we showed this in our preview video a few weeks ago. Again, look through the channel and you'll see it. But I really like this one. I said it at the time, it's not a cut down saloon, it's a cut down van.
Cut down van, it's 1962.
And it's got a big one piece rear door.
I just love that side facing.
Yeah, it's got a side facing rear seat.
So Wooden Picket did a conversion where you could have a single rear seat side facing like this.
There we go, guys brought the camera around. There's just something about the aesthetics of this particular shorty that work really well. I don't know whether it's the squared off rear end on it as opposed to the curves. I don't know, but that with a set of 10-inch mini lights on it, and so
you've always got to go.
I've always got to modify it. And speaking of colour, my mother used to make mousses for pudding that were this colour.
Blancmange.
It was like a walnut blancmange or something that was this colour.
It's a fantastic colour.
And it was about 1978 she was making it as well. So now I know where she got the inspiration from.
Absolutely fantastic colour.
And again, looking inside, that's a 5-year-old car. It's crazy. Crazy.
It's lovely.
Yeah, kudos to you because I think the other thing to remember is that not all the cars that are submitted for the sale make it into the sale. You are selective about what comes in because you have to ensure the quality is there.
And the mix. There has to be something for all budgets and something for all ages as well. So I'd challenge anyone to say, no, there's not one car in here they like.
Yeah, and you're not going to know unless you come along and join us. If you can't join us, if you're tuning in from the other side of the world maybe, Guy's just boxing himself in there. Good work, Guy, getting himself around this lovely Series 1 Land Rover that I think we're gonna kick off things. It's like the second or third lot.
First lot
is right behind Guy at the moment.
This Natch Metropolitan.
So if you're watching this video on the Friday night, late August 2022, the sale is going to be starting, when are we starting the cars? Midday on Saturday?
So we're starting at 10 o'clock with the Automobilia. That's not live on YouTube, but live bidding via the sale room. And we'll start at midday, and this is the first car going under the hammer tomorrow morning, so on Saturday.
Yep, so it's going to find a new owner in about 18 hours. It's got those lovely fared-in front arches. It was such a revolutionary
I love
design,
the narrow
wasn't it?
track.
Yeah.
It's just fantastic. And if you look,
And
you can imagine sitting in here,
windscreen as well.
where these sculptured bits are, so your arm, it just works, doesn't it?
Yeah. So look, there's a very brief overview of what we're going to be bringing you over the next 2 days here at Anglia Car Auctions. It'd be great if you could be here with us. If you can't, tune into the YouTubes for the live stream.
Yeah.
And if you're interested in any of the vehicles that are here, if you haven't even seen any of the vehicles that are here, get onto the catalogue. It's on angliacarauctions.co.uk. And
Yeah, and if you're watching us on YouTube, if you click the like button and subscribe, you will then see all the videos that come up and be notified.
Presumably
with
there's a
events
video
and
of this
things
being
that's
driven
happening.
around.
There
and
is.
the details and the
absolutely.
walkthrough, that's all part of the service.
Well, I
when
think
a car
that's a very
comes in.
late car coming in, so that's just brilliant.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. So look, we'd love for you to be here. If you can't, at least be with us on YouTube, and we'll see you again.
Thanks very much indeed.
All right.